YouTube changed my life in 3 months. That may sound overly dramatic, but it's the truth. People my age grew up with MySpace, then hopped on Facebook. Years later, it was Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok. Each one newer, shinier, more trendy. YouTube, though, it's been around since the very beginning of social media and has stood the test of time. These How YouTube Changed My Life videos are not a new concept, nor am I the only person who's made one. But after watching a few of them done by other creators and some reflecting, it's become clear how YouTube has changed my life. And I've seen the impact far before I ever made $1 from YouTube. These are the 4 main reasons YouTube changed my life in no particular order, but reason number 4 is my favorite. Reason number 1, time spent on YouTube, it's just more productive. If you're on your phone or your laptop, just think of the intent that you have when you're on that app or on that website. Typically, if somebody is on something like Instagram, TikTok, they're probably on there not really to look for anything in particular. For a lot of people, I do this too. I'm just on there aimlessly scrolling and I'm not really trying to learn anything. It's just more of like a bored thing, or there's nothing that you're doing right at that moment, so you pull out your phone. YouTube, on the other hand, you have a specific intent on why you're on that app, whether it be to make more money, learn a new skill, or even something kind of wacky like how to properly reset the thermostat. People on YouTube are on YouTube because they're trying to improve their life in some capacity. There's plenty of things that I've learned 100% just from watching YouTube videos. For instance, when I started working out a lot more, I watched creators that made a lot of good videos on exercises, and I learned proper form. I learned the best day and time of the week to purchase plane flights, so they're the cheapest. Tuesday in the afternoon, by the way. I learned how to run a business on YouTube and countless other things. In general, I just feel accomplished after I watch YouTube and learn something, as opposed to going on one of the other apps and I'm scrolling through videos where after 20 minutes, I don't know about you, I just feel worse. I don't know the reason. There's probably some psychology behind it, but it feels like you kind of just broke out of a trance and you just wasted time and you feel worse about yourself. Reason number 2, I feel like it's way easier to express yourself using long form content compared to short form. When you're not restricted to 30 seconds, 60 seconds, sometimes even a lot shorter, you can really tell a full true story. I found this really difficult to do when I'm limited to just 60 seconds because you can't really set the scene, make people feel what you're feeling and talk about a personal experience and get into the detail that you want to have the impact that you want to have. Probably just the way I communicate also. I'm not as animated of a person. I'm not out there on short form content and being like, hey guys, what's going on? That's just not how I talk. And I feel like using YouTube's a little bit better because it's more relaxed and I feel like I'm just having a conversation with you and I'm not talking at you. Because if I was doing that, it's really not authentic on my end because that's not what I do. With long form content, I also feel like I'm trying to provide good value instead of just trying to grow my channel. This is not taking away from anybody that does short form content. There's people that do it wonderfully and are able to tell stories and provide amazing value. I've just found it really difficult to do. With short form content also, I feel like there's a lot of gimmicky things, such as all these original audios that pop up that are supposed to hook your attention in the first 3 seconds, or a video that somebody made and it went really viral and you see it and it's great. And then the second time you see someone else do it, it's also really funny. But then the third time through the 15th time, you're like, this isn't original. I've seen this a lot of times before. Or on YouTube, nobody's copying a video. Everything that's made is unique and individualized by that creator. In my life in general, I like process and consistency and being patient for working towards something that you want to achieve. Taking more time to do something isn't necessarily a bad thing. The things I typically talk about in my videos are gut health, digestion, fitness, and SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. These are all things you can't snap your fingers and improve them. They take a committed effort day after day. So this kind of ties into making these longer form videos. Reason number 3, the content on YouTube can stand the test of time. I've made over 150 long form videos on YouTube. A lot of my videos don't have very many views at all, but then some of my videos did get a lot of views. I think I have several that are over 20,000 views, which for me is a ton of views. And a lot of these videos that are getting these views and continue to get a lot of views are ones that I posted years ago. So with YouTube, if you take the time to sit down, plan out a very helpful, entertaining, whatever type of video you make a great video, you get rewarded for this this, not just that day, but for years, indefinitely. It's sort of like an investment that keeps paying you a dividend. Short form content, if it doesn't really pop right away that day, chances are people really aren't going to see it. And then on to reason number 4. This is probably my favorite reason why YouTube's changed my life. And that's the self-confidence, resilience, and just not caring what other people think about me. One of our biggest fears as humans is a public humiliation. But the stuff that we consider humiliating doesn't necessarily have to make us feel this way. Speaking from personal experience, I've been super nervous before doing something like going up and talking to a girl and trying to get her phone number, because if it goes poorly and other people see, it can be humiliating. Or giving a presentation to a group of people. You can do all the preparation you want, but if you say something wrong or feel like you look stupid, that can be also really humiliating. There's these situations, and then there's all these other situations of maybe you wanted to do something and you ended up not doing it because you were worried about what other people may think of you. Since making these YouTube videos, I've noticed a big change in my personal confidence just with not caring about what somebody says. When I first started making videos, I was actually nervous about people posting comments, because what if they said something that was mean or something I didn't like or challenged me? The first couple dozen times you see something like this, I'll be honest, it doesn't feel very good. I've questioned myself before, thinking stuff like, there's people that are more knowledgeable on this topic than me. Who am I to be talking about this? The truth is, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world on your topic that you're talking about to make a dramatic difference to somebody else who's reading it and gets value from it. If you're thinking about making a YouTube channel, chances are you're a true expert on something that other people would really benefit from hearing what you have to say. And plus, when they get to know you, maybe people watching will just resonate with your unique style. With this stuff said, confidence, resilience, developing way thicker skin has been a major bonus from doing YouTube. It's helped me become way more comfortable sharing this information that I know can help other people. And in return, I get fulfillment from knowing that I am helping others. And my mindset now is I'm kind of doing a disservice if I'm not sharing this information and making these videos. Those are the 4 reasons why YouTube's changed my life. So last thing, why 3 months? Why this 3-month time period? This is basically the time period where I started really noticing reasons 2, 3, and 4. My first video that sort of popped was titled How I Treated My SIBO. I basically just talked about the supplements and regimen I did to get rid of this intestinal infection. The production quality of this first video, I'll be honest, was pretty bad. I had my phone in portrait mode. It wasn't even turned into landscape mode. I didn't edit it whatsoever. I just had the supplements that I took on the counter, and I picked each of them up and I talked about them for 20 or 30 seconds and went to the next one. This video got virtually no views the first 3 months, but then around the 3-month mark, I noticed people started actually watching it, and people actually started leaving comments on the video, just letting me know, hey, this is something that was actually useful to me. And seeing this for the first time provided this complete identity shift in just who I thought I was as a creator, because I went from, I don't know if this YouTube stuff's really worth it, from seeing actual people benefit from the information. I've had problems before where I've watched a YouTube video, and after watching the video, I know what to do to fix the problem. And if you've had that feeling before, and then you're on the other side when you're the one making the video, it's such a rewarding feeling that it makes you want to keep going. And sometimes just being able to relate to people is really powerful. Ultimately, our problems, they're not unique. Any problem that I've ever had, there's been plenty of other people with that exact same problem. Being able to relate to other people is super important, because we're not meant to go through this life alone. We need community, we need connection. If you're on the fence about whether you want to start a YouTube channel, I can speak from the experience that I do have. I'll say, make videos on topics that you're passionate about. If talking about dating is interesting to you, chances are you can easily rattle off enough information to make 20 different YouTube videos on this topic, and do this without even really trying. Number 2, I would commit to a consistent posting schedule, whether you're doing 2 videos a week, 1 video a week. I tried to do this for a minimum of at least 6 months, probably more like 12 months. And then number 3, do not have big expectations right out of the get-go. Hopefully you make a video and it goes viral. Chances are this is probably not the case. I've never had a video go viral, but despite this, I still really enjoyed my experience doing YouTube. All right, that's all for this one. This is not the typical content I normally would make, but if it is helpful or insightful for anybody, it was well worth the time. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your YouTube channel. Cheers.